I already filmed this video, but because of the whole Legend fiasco in July, I think, or June, I can't have videos more than 15 minutes, and that was 13 minutes, and and my intro and outro made another 6, and way too long. So I'm just gonna make this faster and explain my answers less. But I am here with you, for you today with a tag, the Totally Should Have book tag, to be exact, created by Emma's Books, whose video I will link below. I'm sorry, future Johaunna, but I am going to tell people that I'm going to link a lot of videos down below, so be prepared for that. Anyway, question 1, a book that totally should have had a sequel. For this one, I'm going with The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, or Gaiman, however you pronounce it, because it was a great book and I wanted a sequel, and it could have been it was a great standalone, but I feel like a sequel would have been so much cooler. A book that totally should have had a spin-off series. With this, I'm going with the very traditional and predictable Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, because who doesn't want a spin-off series of this? I mean, even, I would prefer one of, his parents when they were in school, but even of Harry's kids would be really cool, and love that. So please, Joe, give us more HP. An author that totally should write more books. And I'm going with Johaunna Duncan, the author of Croak, and the author of the Croak trilogy. See? Johaunna Duncan. And I know it's totally messing up the thing because it's all, mirror-y and stuff. But this book is really good. It's an entire trilogy. I have not read the other 2 books, and it's been almost a year. But I love her writing style so much, and I think this was her debut novel. Not sure. I think so, though, and it's hilarious and awesome, and she should totally write more books. A character that totally should have ended up with somebody else. For this one, I'm going with a kind of strange answer, and that is Piper from the Heroes of Olympus series, because I hate Jason. And I don't even really want Piper to end up with, another specific person, and I don't want to break up any of the other ships. So I'm just gonna say I want Piper to be forever alone because she's awesome and badass and independent and doesn't need a whiny, fainting boyfriend. So, yeah, you should just break up with him, please, because Jason's a horrible boyfriend. If you can't tell, I really hate Jason. A book that totally should have ended differently. I'm going with another Heroes of Olympus book, The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan, because I hated the ending. Well, I didn't really hate the ending. I just didn't like it as a finale in general, you know? It would have been great as an installment, but it wasn't a finale. It could have felt like a finale if you had just changed a few minor things, added Percabeth POVs. Come on, Rick. Percabeth, or even Frazzle, I would be happy with. Leo was probably the only redeeming quality of this book, because Leo is Leo and amazing. But, you had to have 2 POVs on the thing, on the quest back to New York or whatever? Why? You could have just added 1 more chapter and wrapped it up with a nice little bow so they don't think Leo's dead. Sorry, that was a huge spoiler. The book has been out for 2 years now, though. Okay, maybe a year. But still, I mean, come on. So they don't think Leo is dead. Seriously, though. A book that totally should have had a movie franchise. And I don't own it, but Legend by Marie Lu, because the way that it's written, you just feel like it's a movie. It's written very cinematically, I think is the word I'm looking for. But, yeah, cinematically. Yup. Stuff and things with cheese. A book that totally should have had a TV show. And I'm moving into the graphic novel realm really quickly because it got pitched for a TV show to Fox, and they made the pilot and everything, and then they didn't pick up the pilot. And it made me so mad, and that is Lock and Key by the graphic novel series. This is the first bind-up of graphic novels. It's Welcome to Lovecraft. It's amazing. Highly, highly recommend the series because it's beautiful. It's by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son, and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. And it's a very dark fantasy and beautiful. And it's amazing. You should read them because they're great so that I can talk about them with someone. A book that totally should have only had one POV. Now, I don't own it, but Allegiant by Veronica Roth, because I don't like the Divergent series because of Allegiant. Like, Allegiant didn't exist, or it had just Triss's POV, I would have been like, okay, yeah, that series was okay. I mean, I didn't love it. I liked Divergent, and then Insurgent was okay, and then Allegiant was just like, oh, okay. I mean, I was fine with the ending. It's just, I hated the POVs because you couldn't tell whose head you were in. You were like, your voices are so similar, just shut up already. So, yeah. And I should probably, sit on a pillow or something, because my air mattress is sliding down slowly. So, if I sit on the edge, I'm, here. And if I sit over here, I'm, out of frame. But better? Better. Totally behind the scenes of Johanna's book channel. Okay, a book that totally should have had a cover change. The Land of Stories series by Chris Colfer, who was Kurt in Glee. And if you don't know him for that, then he's that guy. Look familiar? Kind of? Yeah. Yeah, these covers suck. These covers suck. And I don't like the books either. I have the first two. There's 3 or 4 out now. I hate these books. Terrible. Classic example of someone who shouldn't be a writer. You're a fine actor, actually. I really like your acting. And, your films and movies and TV shows and stuff. They're really cool. But you shouldn't be a writer. No, you're a terrible writer. Go away, Chris Colfer. You're done. Okay, you're not done. Just get away from the book world. I don't know if that got cut out or not. A book that totally should have kept the original covers. Where is it? Percy Jackson and the Olympians by Rick Riordan. Love the old covers. What the hell happened? Okay, Lightning Thief isn't that bad, but really? 'Cause that's an improvement from the Titan's Curse cover. And I hate that one. Hate Sea of Monsters cover. I love the old Sea of Monsters cover, which is a really unpopular opinion because people seem to hate the Sea of Monsters cover, the original. But I love the old one. The new one sucks. And why do I have the new ones instead of the old ones, you may be asking? Because it's my favorite series. It's been my favorite series since 4th grade. I was too lazy to buy them. Actually, it was too cheap to buy them until last year. And that's the only one I could get in a box set. And finally, a book that totally should have stopped at book 1. Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. The first book was fine. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was fine. But there's 4 more books. What more books could you possibly have? And I was reading this book in preparation for my Nano book, or for my NaNoWriMo thing that I did in November, which I will link a playlist of my NaNoWriMo 2015 down below. But, why? Why? I don't know. I don't know. but just why? Why did he have to write more books? The first book was fine. I totally ruined my shelves for this tag, by the way, and the books that I'm currently reading, which I've decided to do at the end of every video, books I'm currently reading. The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire! The World of Dan and Phil by Dan Is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. Duh! It's overwhelming, and it's just kind of like a book that I read when I don't have anything else to read. Because, I mean, honestly, if I was seriously to sit down and read this, it would take me like an hour at the most. And Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, obviously, and I love it so much. I'm at the part where they meet, what's-her-face, Camille, and I saw her in the Shadowhunters show tonight, and I hated the actress that they got to play her. I mean, she was good personality-wise. She didn't look anything like her, but yeah, so those are my thoughts. Don't forget to tune in to my main channel and follow me on the internets on other places, also in the description box, under Find Me Other Places. Saturday's video will be, as I didn't say, Saturday's video on my main channel will be art things. So yeah, click on Will Herondale to just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Also, before I leave, I want to have you guys leave intros and outros in the comments, because I need intros and I need an intro and an outro for this video. So, goodbye!